magic something. It's not quite. I'm not. There's like it starts like magic and then it's kind of like Megany. I don't know. Either way,
making up words.
it's whatever. It's what it is. But bans coming in right off the gate. SSWIE banned out Shen, Ari, Twisted Fate. Once again, TF ban. CorSair banning out Alistar, Nocturne, and Aurelia. First pick for SS was Anivia, and CorSair last picked the Malphite. And Malphite's been pretty popular.
Okay.
So going up more than likely against the Kale top lane, or as the translation says, Kyle. But here's the thing though, SS is doing the Trundle in the jungle.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of Trundle in North America these days. I mean, he's pretty strong.
He's always been strong, but here's the thing, like a lot of big reasons why people will pick Trundle is for the ult.
Yeah,
because it's a very huge armor shred, and you also have the attack damage leech here.
Yeah,
a little bit where also there in his Q.
Yeah, but when he runs into people in the jungle, like he can almost one-on-one everyone.
What's he doing?
In the he's
freaking out.
He's dancing.
He is freaking out in that bush, man. That is.
Yep, he sure is. Yeah, his one-on-one is really strong, and he's very positional with his pillar. So you have to have a good team comp. You have to have good teamwork to be able to utilize him as well as he needs to be played to be effective.
I think. Oh, there is the vision. You got the nice bind onto the Kale, but Urgot did have to back off. So SS may be successful. But Kale recognizes, okay, got it back, got to get to your assignment there in top lane, and blue will actually be more likely stolen here from SS. There you go, and that's one of Trundle, one of the best things he can do. He's a pretty quick guy.
Yeah.
In the jungle.
Yeah, he is.
And with the Q, with everything, he can make clears pretty fast. But he actually, he got the pillar first though. He was looking to see, couldn't get anything. Off of that invade, but unfortunately they did not. Urgot getting a little bit too far out in lane there, but he should be okay. He should be fine.
Yeah, he's so strong early game with with that lock on. He hits the lock on and sends a couple missiles over, and you're looking at half your life early. So
pretty much.
Really
There's the stun once again. Exhaust going down on Urgot as well. Has no choice but to flash out in first blood real quick. Going to green tea on Ezreal. Very well
Very
done.
nice. Yeah, just a little bit of out of position there, and that's what happens. That's the power of Taric and Ezreal. You get out of position, they can poke you down, and they can lock you down in a second and do a ton of damage. So you got a little bit out of position, and he got just absolutely creamed.
Yep. So Pride's also getting pretty shut down. Top lane already chugging those potions. 2-11 is the creep score. Top lane, and this is why Malphite works as such a great counter. But Trundle's here trying to help. The pillar goes down to keep him slowed a little bit. Ignite goes down as well, but the flash will get away. And see, that's the thing, though, with Trundle is that, yes, you have the pillar.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an amazing slow. But in terms of CC coming from the jungle, there's not there are, better options.
Yeah,
you have junglers that have, better CC, but Trundle, he's there, also they're trying to chunk out as much damage as possible, but there are also, again, junglers who do a little bit more damage.
Right, well, he relies a lot on the laner doing a lot of damage, which I think we kind of see that a lot in the Taiwan meta, is they allow their junglers to build really tanky, not do a lot of damage, get in the Aegis and those gold per 10s. But Kale early, not doing a whole lot of damage, and so he's just going to be kind of there to scare Trundle. He's just going to go in, he's going to push people back, he's going to force people to do summoners, and then he's just going to clear the jungle really quick and maybe do some invades too. Yeah,
I mean, I think a lot of people, if they're considering a jungler, I think like Udyr also kind of fits, tries to accomplish a little bit of what Trundle does. But things though, Trundle, he has the slow and the pillar. Udyr, if he gets close enough, he just bear stance, and that's actual hard stun.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more protective. He fills a little bit more of like a tank role. But Trundle, he does, like I said, the damage just isn't on par to a lot of junglers, unfortunately. But he does have the ult. he can go ahead and just fantastic single target shred.
Yeah, absolutely.
But hopefully there's someone here worth singling out.
Yeah.
Possibly the Urgot, and it may actually be, where was Trundle picked in the order? So Trundle was actually Trundle Kale was actually picked in response to Urgot. Oh, there you go. There is the pillar going down onto Urgot, trying to get him out of that fight as quickly as possible. Oh, from downtown. That was a three-pointer from Urgot.
That was
to
a
pick
Hail Mary
up.
coming
Yeah,
out.
it was.
Yep, and that's the power of Urgot. Like, once he hits you once, he's going to hit you a couple more times for free. So
yeah.
Trundle went in, thought he could do a lot of damage, but he did his job. He CC'd, he brought it a little damage.
Oh, but Kale may be in a little bit of trouble. There is Skarner popping the shield, the extra move resist, forcing the flash. Flash in response, getting the slow, getting the Q, looking to chunk out Kale just a little bit, and Kale's pretty low on mana and on every cooldown, unfortunately, as well. But gonna force her out. Malphite, he's pretty low himself, but he should be okay.
Yeah, but is Kale gonna go back? Yeah, Kale went back, so Malphite's gonna have a little free farm, be able to push this into the tower. So Skarner definitely did the job. He went in and got Kale to go back, and in result, he's gonna miss out on a bunch of CS and a bunch of experience.
So hopefully Trundle can make it different. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see more presence of him in bot lane, because Urgot as an AD, he gets pretty dang tanky. The Trundle ult will be able to go ahead and mitigate, a good chunk of that as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Going on in.
I think Urgot is similar to how Mordekaiser is, where you need to kind of keep him down early so that he doesn't kind of run away.
Well, but most
Yeah, I guess that's every champion.
That's every champ.
Yeah.
But no, here's the thing, because Urgot, he's not really a traditional AD. That's the thing. Like he'll get tanky, and he'll just be like right in the middle of fights, along with all the bonuses he gets from things like his ult, and you also have the Soraka heal as well. So you don't very commonly see your ranged AD carry in the middle of fights.
Right.
Because he has the toolkit where he can go ahead and do that and do. It's you just have to play against him differently.
Yeah. Oh, and he has that really strong engage where he just puts himself right in the middle too. That's kind of like his by design. So he wants to get in, he wants to mix it up, and he wants to use his tankiness and do some damage close up.
Yep.
So yeah, man, and that initiate on his ultimate is just so strong.
So good.
So good.
It's so good. Morgana already doing a pretty good job in mid. I got a nice little lead up on Anivia.
Yeah.
Visiting up back top lane though, Kale has regained the creep lead with gusto. That's more the damage is now coming on out from Kale, able to eliminate the shield from Malphite, and there you go, looking for the Q. There is the hard engage, and there's a teleport coming in as well, and Nivia's going to be visiting top lane, but a little bit too late on that, unfortunately. They saw the teleport in, and Nivea will be able to back out, has to make the long walk back to mid.
Yeah, that was a really good use of the teleport there.
Yeah,
and
the threat.
Yeah, the threat. Just the idea that she was going to come in and do a bunch of damage. So that was good use, and she's back quick enough to mid. Anivia is to make sure that she didn't miss a whole lot. Didn't get pushed into the tower, and good reaction. And we don't see a lot of that mid teleport business in North America. I mean, we're seeing a little bit more lately, but recently, until recently, but before that, not a whole lot.
I mean, it's not too uncommon for things like a teleport Galio or a teleport Karthus.
Yeah.
Teleport Anivia, not something you see in NA very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I like it.
It's
good use of the.
Did his job.
Yeah.
It did its job. But Morgana is actually still doing a pretty good farm lead, still retaining a nice like 15 farm lead almost nearly at all times at this point. So and that should just continue to extend. The Acid getting Israel, not going to go ahead and continue on that, but hey, Trundle is making the long approach up. They have no idea. Trundle's nearby. He's waiting in that bush for his opportunity, but unfortunately the creep wave is actually pushing. And if Trundle decides to transition into the next bush, they're going to go ahead and get that vision, but he's not going quite yet. I'm pretty sure there's Tarek actually going out in front. Trundle has actually decided to leave. He realized, hey, you're pushing the lane. If you want to gank, you shouldn't be pushing the lane.
Yeah.
I'm going back to jungle.
Yeah, it's interesting that they decided to push at that point, but
oh, nice.
Yeah, good ward coverage by by Soraka down there in bot, and
Yep.
you know, of course, she started the game with 5 wards and a pink ward, so you know she's very ward heavy, and that's a big key to success in the bot lane, is being able to know when people are going to come in and,
Yep.
and controlling those bushes.
Skarner giving bot lane a little bit of a visit as well, but nothing doing down there. Everyone's kind of left the party, but we'll pass the blue on over to Morgana. Blue also being passed over to Anivia as well. Pride's helping out a little bit with that, while Trundle is otherwise occupied with the Wolves.
Yeah.
So now it's just kind of, you know, sitting back. There's no real huge gold swings. Everyone's just looking for the moment, looking to farm, looking to push. So nothing too exciting at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah. And this is where Anivia starts to really kind of take off when she gets that blue buff. You know, it's where she can farm really well and poke really well, and she's really, I mean, she's really dependent on it. And so if you can control it and make it, so
there's Trundle with the pillar, but Malphite ults away.
The defensive ult.
That's it, yeah, but yeah, it's a pretty good escape. There's Urgot though with the ult onto Tarek, and Skarner's not too far behind. Can you get the pull? No, nice stun just in time, but you can still get it. Flash for flash. We'll be able to get away, but looks like Trundle wants to get some more aggression top lane against the Malphite, looking to push the lane because there's a presence. All 4 members, all the remaining 4 members of CorSair are all bottom. But I think they may just go ahead and, with their pressure, take the dragon. They realize, hey, you got 2 guys up top. There's only 3 that can match us on here. That's a dragon.
That is a dragon, yeah. Good use of the, you know, knowing when the lanes are going to push and where champions are, so you can be in a position to take the dragon. And man, that exchange in the bottom there with Urgot swapping, and then the flash, and Skarner getting stunned at the last second before he could grab. Yeah, really good exchange and really good play from SSWIE.
Yep, Brutalizer being picked up on Urgot, so the cooldowns, the armor pen, and just a flat out damage. It's a fantastic item on him. Wonderfully mastered item that just is like built for him. It's like, hey, I got one in one of my what does he have? Does he have like, does he still have like remnants of hands? He's got his robot arms. he can in one of his claws.
They do nothing.
He can grasp it in one of his claws. Meaty claws.
Is that a vacuum?
Is it
No,
a vacuum? I don't know.
It's a dust buster.
It's a dust buster. And the dust buster's getting focused down here. The exhaust going down. He may not be able to get away from this one. The heals from Soraka trying to do something. Just barely getting out of that one.
Very clutch heal.
Very clutch heal. But Skarner's going the long way around. And there's Trundle with the pillar. Morgana just being annoying. Throwing the mud up. But hey, Skarner has an Oracle's. Can have a little bit easier time for these ganks to walk on into that bush. It's like, hey, there's a reward. Take it out.
Hey, good times.
Piece of candy.
Yeah, that's Soraka save back there. Blue ultimate, blue summoner heal, and her skill heal to save Urgot there. That
got it.
But got it. So
you got it. That's what matters.
Machine. Yeah, really good. Good play
and
by
Skarner's.
Soraka.
Here's the thing again from CorSair, Warden deep wards going in, and as getting very closely timed with the blue spawn. It's like, hey, blue's not here. There's a pretty good chance that when they took it, you had a little bit of an idea.
Yeah.
Knowing when Anivia took it, because Morgana took it around the same time, which is about to expire. So it should respawn before the ward expires. Trundle gonna find Morgana, but Morgana's got a pretty healthy lead. Granted, the shield doesn't protect against physical damage, but still is gonna be some free damage, and the bind will make all the difference and give the clearance for Morgana to get back to safety.
Yeah, and that's the power of Trundle, where you meet him in the jungle and he's just going to chase you out because he's such a strong one-on-one champion. He can do that. You have to run away. That ultimate, it's gonna make you considerably weaker when you face him, and he'll just beat you up in the jungle. So you got to get out and you got to get to safety. Yep.
So now it's a matter of, both of these teams, they're just looking to just passive farm at this point. Not a whole lot in terms of kills. Granted, bot lane on SS, they're looking to be pretty damn aggressive and try and get that kill when they can. Malphite, he's going to be relatively safe top lane. Granted, Kale, the farm lead is actually once again equalized. Oh, the ults from Malphite. The ignite going down as well. He may actually have enough damage here. Looking for the shard, looking for a little bit extra damage, just punching. There's the ult coming in from Kale. Oh, there we go. Pancakes. There you go. Oh, but teleport coming in top lane, though. Anivia may actually be able to pick up this one. Yes.
Very nice.
Revenge kill.
Yeah, very good response from Anivia. Meanwhile, I think Skarner's going to try to make a play here down bot. They're gonna
there's the acid down on the Tarek. And there's the swap. And waiting for the ult to follow up. He may not even use it. There you go. Yeah. There's the pull. There's a fishing line. There you go.
Very nice. Yeah,
Nice
that
quick
swap
kill.
into the Skarner is really, really strong. And,
If you absolutely must displace someone right now,
yeah.
accept no substitutes.
Yeah.
Swap, pull. You're out away from the rest of your team. It's like we're gonna pull you out, kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
To your death. It's like no.
Yeah.
I want to be back to my tower. He's just like, I'm thinking of like the kids on leashes.
Yeah.
Like when you go to the mall, you got a kid on a leash. It's like that's what Skarner is to me like right now.
Are
Like,
you gonna put your kids on a leash?
Well, if they warrant leashing, yes. You know, I mean, if they're wild kids, then
Nice.
yeah. If they need to be leashed, then they shall be leashed.
You're not completely against leashing them.
No.
Okay.
Well, but then again,
You heard it here,
but
folks.
then again, you're also making the assumption that I'm going to have children.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, that's a bad assumption to make.
Well, you know, back to the game. As we get into the team fight phase, the Urgot Skarner is going to be really have great synergy to take those carries.
Yes.
And just pull them back and just blow them up. Swap in, you know, take Ezreal, leash him out, and just burst him down really quick. So that's going to be good for reaching that back line. That Urgot swap, man, it is just so strong.
So amazingly good. And also, if you want to know why Malphite's actually starting to pull a little bit ahead here again, Glacial Shroud, Doran Shield, that's a lot of armor, that's a lot of protection, and you know just common items on him to start with. 171 armor. Cripes. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
That
I
is a
wonder
lot.
How much of that is runes? But yeah, geez, that is a lot. And yeah, Kale's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage, just poking here and there. But
Granted, the Q from Kale does take away the shield.
Yeah.
But there's not much to follow up on. Even then, the Q provides a nice little increased damage boost as well for as long as the effect is there. It's just still so minimized by all of that armor on Malphite.
yeah, that is a lot of armor in him. And he's doing a good job of keeping tabs on the ultimate and knowing when he can go in and look at those deep wards.
So many wards. But Malphite looking to get some harass down there on Anivia. The bind going down as well. Stun, not getting anything. But Anivia looking to be forced back once again. And waiting for the dragon to pop up as well, clearing the pit, getting more wards down. Incredible coverage coming in from CorSair.
Yeah, I didn't see Malphite use his ultimate in there, but he did. It's on cooldown now.
Yeah.
So I think he probably initiated with it and then decided that the tower was just doing a little bit too much damage.
There you go, Dragon being trying to be taken from CorSair, but it looks like SS, they have something to say about this bind going down onto Trundle. Ezreal going down as well. There is no Malphite ult, but there is a Morgana ult, and the swap coming in from Urgot. Stuns, I think only going to be getting Taric on that one, but there's Malphite. Gonna be caught out, but in the middle of everything, no, Anivia will go down, and now it's a full-out chase. Can you protect the Ezreal? He's one of your major damage dealers. You got to protect him, but Prize is being caught out in an effort to try and protect, and will not make it out alive. 3 members, can you go for the 3-pointer from downtown? Almost got that one.
Very nice. That was really close.
Almost got that one.
They're gonna have the dragon, and so that's a really good fight for them. 1 for 2 and a dragon.
So that's essentially dragon usually equates to about 2 kills. So essentially, it's a 1 for 4.
Yeah.
So really good for CorSair. But still, though, I mean, the game is still relatively even in terms of gold. Only about a little bit more than a 1K lead for CorSair. But the thing is, though, that team fight tells a whole lot about where CorSair's team is right now. The fact that he can take a huge command of these team fights.
And again, I think Urgot had a really big part to play in that with his tankiness. He was just in the middle there. And you really can't. You have to target other things. You have to target other champions because he's so tanky. But again, he's still doing damage, so it's hard to ignore him. So it's hard to choose at that point who you're going to target. Who your focus is going to be on.
Plus, everyone was in a huge clump, and one of the worst things you can do against a champ like Morgana is to get everyone in a huge clump. Because that ult may very well hit everybody. And granted, there's also a fantastic bind on the backline to actually go ahead and grab Trundle and chunk him out huge before the fight ever even started. So that really limits his contributions into a team fight. like that. He's not going to really, have as much range as he, normally would. He's not going to be able to get that approach. He means that much more or less effective, but there you go. Base checking the bush, but look, Urgot is a little bit too tanky these days, and right now he's going to be out damaging Ezreal. Ezreal wants to go ahead and get the Soraka kill while he still can, but Anivia is there to teleport on down. Gets the shutdown onto Ezreal. Urgot will be fine, will be safe, and there's Morgana to help save the day. Still getting the stun onto Taric, and the 3 from Urgot. Going to go ahead and grab that one. Trundle's here. He's flashing. He wants that Urgot kill. He wants it bad. Will he be able to get it? Yes, he will. The ult will go ahead and finish down that one. Going back to a 2v2 bot lane. So it's 2 for 2 right now.
Yeah.
I think everyone's just going to go ahead and back off. Crazy exchange.
Yeah, really good fight. Really good Trundle pillar in there to slow down Urgot, get him in a position where he couldn't do a lot of damage, but he was still CC'd to a point where they could chase him down and kill him. And really good response from Morgana to come down and Anivia to teleport in. And that was the power of the teleport there. Anivia was in a little bit sooner than Morgana, was able to do a little bit more damage. And,
the flash, the bind. Skarner, his ult's not up, but you know what? I don't think he needs it. Does Anivia have the egg? No, Anivia does not have the egg. But here's Trundle looking to help out a little bit. Pillar goes down, allowed for another extra turret shot or two. Nice save. Yeah, nice save on Anivia.
Yeah, good positioning for Trundle to come in and scare him out of there.
He's like, get out of here.
Yeah, and when you're like in tower diving like that, Trundle can come in and drop a really key pillar, and now you're going to be under tower for another like 1-2 seconds, which is plenty of time for the tower to just do enough damage to kill
Ezreal getting some chunk on. The Morgana shield will not protect against any of that, but unfortunately will not be able to finish that chase. Throwing down the ult though, wants to push the lane, wants to make some room for the rest of his team.
Yeah, really nice. I thought maybe he was going for Morgana there, but no, she would not have died. So
no.
Yeah, just trying to push the lane, and so you can go back and do some other things. And he's returning back to bottom so that he can hopefully save that from Urgot's.
How's bot tower doing? I mean, well, bot for SS is in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But CorSair is looking in a little bit better shape. But then again, you also have Green Tea getting caught out huge by there. He's just standing there. He's just like, yeah. He's accepting his fate. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Just give me these missiles. I'll deal with it later. But he does have a little, a decent amount of regen as well. He's got his Trinity.
Yeah.
He's got the Vamp Scepter as well. So it's a lot of burst damage he can heal off of. So it's. He can go ahead, he can heal it up, but in a huge crunch, he's not going to be able to heal up like that. So we'll see where that takes him later on. Mutual slows. Top lane.
Top lane, who's
going
winning
back
right now? So Malphite?
Malphite,
okay,
it keeps on going back and forth.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy, but the Wit's End finished on the Kale, so it's a little bit of magic damage that will not be as well reduced. But there is the Frozen Heart on Malphite. Oof.
That's just so much damage. You can't get in close to him because if he hits you once, he hits you 4 times at that point. And,
pretty much.
And what was it, half of Ezreal's life? And you can't do trades like that when you're playing against Soraka, especially.
And especially with a Morgana not too far behind either, but they don't know that quite yet. There's the stun, there's the swap, and there's Morgana. Flash, ult. All 3 members are still going to get stunned. Got all 3 of them still. Ezreal ult does still finish, but it's not going to do him any good. Skarner's also in the neighborhood as well. Should be doing something here. And Urgot just tanking the turret like a boss, being a hero for everybody. He's tanky enough. He can go ahead and do that. Skarner looking for a pull, looking for something. But they got their 1 kill. And CorSair's just going to go ahead and push on this.
Man, Urgot, again, really tanky, doing tons of damage. And that was a really well-placed swap where he swapped in and then Morgana was able to flash in an ultimate.
Got everybody on that one.
Got everybody.
The fact you can get everybody on the stun on an ult like that is just fantastic. Fantastic positioning and moving along with the champs to make sure. And knowing also how far it takes to actually break the pole. Oh, 1 attack.
Yeah.
No. Malphite will not die here.
Wow. Slowly going into Malphite's favor. Really, really strong champion. And
the pull, the find right there onto Taric. I'm going to ward this bush. No, you are not. And Trundle trying to make something happen there. Top lane, waiting for everything's on cooldown pretty much. He's going to go ahead and stand there, take the abuse just for a second. Now his cooldowns are back up, but he has no choice. The swap. Oh, wow. Canceled it.
Yeah. And what we're seeing now is what we saw last game, where CorSair is, they're ahead.
This is the aggression.
They're warding deep again, so they're just playing super aggressive, just pushing lanes.
Ward deep.
Ward deep.
Ward deep.
sleep in the street.
Ward deep.
Yeah.
I
don't
no.
know.
No. Well,
yeah. So they're warding deep, and yeah, and then just taking objectives again. So
like Dragon.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, there's not really anything that there's not really anything that SS can do about this because the ward coverage has pretty much all been taken out by Skarner. He hasn't lost the oracles. He hasn't died.
Yeah, he's had that
forever.
A long time.
He's had that thing forever.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's real bad.
Yeah. So I mean, but it's hard. I mean, it's hard to go out and ward for SSWIE. That's a long name to say.
I just keep on saying SS.
Yeah, for SS, they want to go out and ward, but of course their wards get taken out, and then they get caught, like we saw Tarek get caught.
And then Kale possibly being caught out here a little bit as well. Granted, there was a ward right up here as well, very fresh. But, man, Malphite's doing really good. He's doing real good now. Now he's got the items to support. And that's the thing, too. You know, he's got a kill advantage to kill now as well. It's just he's getting way too tanky. He's getting way too farmed. Giant's Belt with all the health you need. There's 2 Frozen Hearts. There's 2 Frozen Hearts on CorSair just in case one breaks.
Huh.
Not to say that you can go ahead and break a huge chunk of ice like that, albeit I can with a screwdriver and a hammer like you saw with the Ash, but that's really, you know, minimal. But right now, Baron is a pretty good objective to start eyeballing right now. But there's there's the wards that CorSair needs in order to get all the vision they need. So they may very well have an advantage if nice bind.
Yeah.
Nice bind.
2 Frozen Hearts, really strong item. I think Baron says that Frozen Heart's the best item in the game.
Granted, the aura is unique.
Yeah.
It doesn't stack.
Right,
but the fact that, you know, the aura, just in case, if you want to get the clearance, there you go. Skarner, flash, ult, dead. Very well done.
Flash, dead, ult, ouch.
Yep. And there you go. Also, I want to note here, too, sometimes, the Malphite ult, followed by the swap. Kale's in a very bad spot. Granted, the ult is there, but Morgana ult is there just to go ahead and secure everything necessary. Wow, 2 quick kills. That can be Baron.
CorSair is doing a really good job of like picking off the champions. You know, they're a little bit too far out, and so they'll just get scooped up from the Skarner ult, the Urgot ult, or the bind. And so they have a really good way of, you know, CCing a single champion and then just burning them down really quick. So then, you know, then they just get a stronger advantage that they can, you know, take advantage of.
Not to mention 7 wards stockpiled by Soraka. Nice, plenty of wards for the entire team. More than enough to cover this. It's gonna be an easy Baron for him. There's no way right now that SS can contest this. Also, you know, gotta give Skarner's going for a lot of damage. You got the Sheen to actually just go ahead and just pile on extra damage when you enter lane. A lot of Skarners, you see them rush Shirelias.
Yeah.
Just for the extra movement speed, just so you can close the gap and get the pull or get the Q or get whatever you need. But not you, DJ. Not today.
Nope.
Looking for that damage. And you know what? The build's been working out for him.
Yeah,
it's been working out pretty well.
Yeah, I think that comes off of. Oh wait, I think it's Shirley.
He's just got the Kindle gem, so it's gonna be next.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, you know, he hasn't had it all this time. He wanted to hold on to the Philo Stone, and that's the debate you need to make with yourself every time too. Is like, do I want to finish the item? Because if I do, I'm sacrificing the GP10. But he's got a kill, he's got the assist, hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
And that's the key there. So just because he hasn't died, which means he hasn't had any huge gaps where he's fallen behind in gold.
Yeah.
So I think now he's looking to go ahead and make the investment, get the upgrade, trade in his old stuff, get the new stuff, maybe on lease, who knows.
Yeah.
He got a really good deal. He got a loan from the shopkeeper.
Took out a second mortgage.
It's a 30-year payment plan, but he's good. He'll get that.
Yeah,
and those are stock options.
Yeah,
those are stock options. The GP10s.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And he has a big enough lead. I think that's where the shield.
Oh, there you go. The shield. And, you know, the shield on the Skarner also has that movement bonus as well. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good movement speed bonus. There you go. The bind and the pull. On to Tarek, caught it again, has to flash away to try and get to safety, but the Morgana ult. The
nice
breaks.
Pillar.
It does break. Nice pillar, nice wall to go ahead and block that path. But you know what? There's still a huge positional advantage for CorSair, plus the Baron buff. They should be able to pressure down this tower with reasonable ease.
Yeah.
Pillar keeping Urgot annoyed just for a minute. and then they'll continue.
Man, their advantage is just getting a bit ridiculous at this point.
And you also see that Trundle, he's realizing that he's now being somewhat dipped into a utility role, so you see him maxing out the pillar first.
Yeah.
Just so you can go ahead and get that slow, get that position, and there's the wall and the
that.
pillar trapping out the Urgot. But there you go, waiting for the swap, waiting for something, and there you go. Chesun is a little bit caught out, a little bit blocked off from the rest of his team, and CorSair with that great position. So Trundle will be the first to go down. Green Team does get the kill onto Urgot, 1 for 1 so far, despite CorSair having the Baron. But right now, this may be where things start to turn, and granted, Anivia's low, Soraka's low, Malphite's low.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity to push here. There's an opportunity to do something here. Got to see what SS does with this. I'd highly recommend pushing down some towers and not splitting up. But Ezreal may go ahead, follow the Soraka. Could have died there, unfortunately, but did not get there in time. Where does SS go? Where do they push? What do they do?
Yeah, it's hard. I think
everything's
need
pushed
to farm.
though.
Yeah.
Granted, they deflected the fight, but there's nothing they could really take advantage of.
Yeah, they're pinging Dragon, like as if, or not they are, but
CorSair's pinging Dragon, which should be coming
up. Be up pretty soon, right? So they're gonna go for another team fight, and man, that last fight was pretty crazy. They did a really good job of isolating Urgot. They put the wall up with the pillar, and he couldn't go anywhere, so he was forced to make some weird decisions. He was ulting even though he didn't want to, just to get that bonus, and so they didn't do as well as they could have done. But yeah, good job with the pillar and with the wall there.
Fantastic job. But the push does continue. The beat goes on and on, and CorSair will go ahead and grab the tier 2. Urgot's back, didn't go far.
Yeah.
But there's still more objectives to try and press. The Dragon is up. There's still tier 2 to take down in bot. Tier 1 is still actually still there up top lane. But the way this aggression is going, they may not even need to grab that. They can just go ahead and pressure the other towers. There's pretty decent waves, though, on SS. And there you go, the flash through the wall. But there's a Quicksilver Sash trying to save her, but you know what? It may not be enough. Kale ult going down onto Anivia, keeping her in the fight just a little while longer. Malphite ult followed up by the Morgana ult. There's all fighting in this one little tiny bush. But there you go. The Anivia egg should be going down. Crack that egg. Hard boiled. Skarner going down. Anivia going down. Ezreal can't get out of the forest. He can't leave. He can't get out. Blows the flash and flashes into the wall. Tarek will be going down as well. Double kill for the Urgot. It was a little bit of a... Ezreal could have gotten out. He could have fail flash into a tree.
That hurts.
That's what happens.
Yeah, and it was some really good pillars there from Trundle, splitting off the army, but it just wasn't enough with the range of Urgot and that lock on. He's going to do that guaranteed damage. Ooh,
and there you go, a little bit more guaranteed damage coming from Urgot as well, but it is a 2v4 right at the front door. CorSair will back off. They want to do. They want to play it safe. Want to play the safe game and still getting some 3-pointers down on the Kale in the process.
Oh my gosh, wow. That's so much damage.
One more could have done
it. That would have been it.
That's ridiculous.
That's the power of Urgot. He got one hit, and then he can just kite. And then when you decide it's time for you to turn around, he's still going to do damage on you.
That's 300 plus physical damage
Ooh.
With every single one of those. And if you're in range and if you get the acid, that is guaranteed.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, and he's tanky enough where he can get in there and hit that shot. So
he's got a decent amount of armor pen on him as well. So
yeah, he's doing a good job.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of armor really on really anybody from SS.
That's pretty good. Yeah, and CorSair, they can just continue to play aggressive because they have 3 really strong tanky champions. You can just get in there and mix it up with some strong CC combined. Their team fight is just really, really good.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
And unfortunately for SS, they don't have the greatest team fight comp. So they're going to be struggling a little bit when when the Malphite ult comes in, when the Morgana ult comes in, and just this mass CC that just hits all kinds of damage. Yeah, it's going to be a struggle for SS.
Yep. And you also see that CorSair, they single out Tarek.
Yeah.
Whenever they can. One reason is he's sometimes out of position.
Yeah.
And this is it's there. It's what you do.
Yeah.
But also remember, he provides that passive armor bonus to the rest of his team.
Yeah.
With the Shatter. And a lot of that can mitigate a good chunk of Urgot's damage and Skarner's damage as well. But the moment he's gone, the team fight, the lasting ability for SS is just gone out the window.
Right.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Never to come back.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
for
a really
another
good
30
target.
seconds.
Yeah, it's I agree, and I mean, and Tarek does some damage. Like he can do a little bit here and there, and he's really tanky, so he can get in there. So it's a good target, I think, too. And he seems to be out of position a lot. So
Yeah,
of course.
So CorSair, I mean, they can go ahead and grab Baron if they so desire. Pings are going down from both teams. There you go. Oh, okay, they see it in the pit. There you go. Should be able to clear that one out. So it looks like CorSair may just be looking to camp out bushes. But there's now the good ward coverage from SS actually keeping them protected. And just because the other team has an Oracles doesn't mean you stop buying wards. That's the thing. That's the importance here, because that's the wards in these bushes. That's a lot of stuff for UDJ to clear. And it's still giving information to SS, knowing if they're going to be entering a bad spot or not. Like there you go, ward in that bush, and also may not be checked by the person with the Oracles, not necessarily. They have the vision on I Am Devil, Iceman, Ice Bolt getting the stun, but there you go. The rest of the team, the rest of CorSair is starting on the Baron already. And SS, they have an idea. They know Pillar going down, and Trundle walking out in front of the Pillar will be trapped. There's the ult from Urgot on the green tee. Chessa trying to make some focus down. Morgana ult will be broken by everybody. And there you go. Green tee does get ulted by the Kale. He's trying to focus down the Urgot. May actually get it, and yes, he will. But Tarek is weak. Ezreal's weak. Double kill onto Ezreal, but the shard is on its own is more than enough. Plus the bind from Morgana. You got a lot of damage coming in. Iceman going down. There you go. Morgana being shut down as well. Trundle doing a little bit of work. And we got a nice little turnaround here from SS. Nice wall. Perfume will be able to get out of there. But Kale is hungry. Wants this kill. Wants that revenge. Going to go ahead and get all that damage necessary with the E. Perfume, we go down here. May very well. Just a little bit more damage. Something. Anything. Come on, Q. Brides, you can do it. Ace.
Oh, boy.
Wow, huge.
Quite the turnaround on this game.
Huge comeback from SSWIE.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that went wrong. I mean, Morgana ult didn't hit anybody. They did a really good job. I think a lot of it came down to the fact that that CorSair didn't have the greatest targeting. Whoever was making the calls.
Tarek got low. Ezreal, it was a fantastic kill ult. Yeah. Fantastic, wonderfully timed kill. And Green Tea, he had his target. It was just, okay, my objective, take out Urgot now. Because he's the one doing a huge chunk of the damage. And also, everyone scatter. Like, okay, we got Morgana ult on us. Everyone, get the hell out.
Yeah.
And that's that's one of the best things you can do against Morgana. You get in there, you disengage and re-engage.
Yeah, you split up, And I think a lot of cooldowns were blown trying to kill Trundle right off the bat in that beginning when it seemed like he was a little bit out of position, but actually it really worked out in their favor. They were trying to burst him down, they were blowing their cooldowns. Then the rest of the team initiated, and they didn't have the damage to do anything. So I mean, Morgana, once the Morgana ult failed, they were kind of left wondering what they're going to do next.
Yep. Later on, I think we'll actually go back to that team fight. I kind of want to slow that one because there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
but we'll come back to that later because we've still got a little bit to go. This game, I mean, it's still, things haven't quite been reset. There's still a 6K gold lead for CorSair, but the fact that SS actually won that team fight means so much at this point in the game. The fact that they can still go ahead and win fights with correct positioning and wonderful strategy. But CorSair still does have a huge control of the map. I Am Devil being actually caught out in the bush, but he's a pretty tanky dude. Plus, you have the Morgana spell shield. He only gets down to half. Shirelli is being popped, and CorSair is now in full retreat.
Yeah, I think CorSair hasn't been able to do what they've been doing, which is singling out targets and using that Urgot ultimate. And,
but dude, look at this. Look at SS, QSS. QSS.
Oh boy.
QSS on all of the major damage dealers they have.
That's really
that
smart.
Clears all of the necessary CC. They're not going to be as easy to single out as they were before.
Yeah,
wonderful pickup.
Absolutely. And yeah, so the success of the Urgot and the Morgana and things, yeah, those are gone now, and take those out of the equation, with the QSS and just like a lack of initiation, I think you're allowing SS to get back into this game.
That wall almost grabbed the Urgot, almost singled him out, but he'll be okay for the time being though. But he's still out in front. Look at something. Skarner Can he get the pull? Can he get something? There's a Trundle. Trey wants that little extra speed. And Trundle's like almost nearly calling the shots, like waiting for a pillar, waiting for something stun, going down. Onto Urgot. Trundle ult is on him, so he was a little bit weaker. And there's Shirelia's being popped. CorSair trying to deal with that. But Malphite is a little bit too far out and may actually be singled out here. There's no turret required to go ahead and get that kill. Malphite was just a little bit way too far out. Shirelia's being popped. CorSair's out of there. Wow.
Where was Malphite going?
I don't know,
nice
but there you go.
pillar.
Flash
Trundle's
pillar.
Going to try to change.
From Trundle trying to still focus on. He's zooming in. You know, there's that zone. There's that zone in. The target locked onto Urgot. He wants that kill. He wants something already out in the back, but that shield has to go sometime. Singled out. Pillar keeping Morgana still, but will die before the second part of the ult does proc. UDJ now being focused down by the Trundle, but the damage may be a little bit too much for the Troll to handle. And here's the Urgot swap, albeit a little bit delayed, keeping Ezreal out of position. He's out of the fight for the time being. The shutdown coming down onto Kale, and now Trundle is a little bit of trouble and will be going down next. UDJ trying to chase down the Iceman. The Q looking for the slow, waiting to keep him delayed, and the Shatter does come back. Gonna go ahead, get the stun. There's a Shirelia's pop once again, waiting to see if they can go ahead and get all damage. There's the Acid, the 1, the 2, the 3. Very well done.
All right, he got.
And Ezreal's taking red.
Yep. Yeah, that was really good.
Wonderful delayed swap coming in from Urgot,
Yeah,
just
that was really
taking Ez out of that fight.
Yeah,
Wonderful
absolutely.
job.
They retreated, and they saw a chance to commit and jump in and do a lot of damage.
And they got
That's exactly what Urgot did, and you saw that really quick swap where it came out of nowhere. And I think SS was a little bit unprepared for that, and they were all really low, and they thought they had him on the run, but it turns out that actually Soraka heal is pretty good.
Soraka heal's pretty good.
Yeah.
Soraka heal's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
So
we know
turnaround.
it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, but Ezreal actually singling out Perfume may not be able to get away from this one a little bit good. And there's the procs on the Phage part of the Trinity. Not going to be able to go ahead and get that though.
Oh yeah, a little bit out of place, but not the safest place to back, I will say.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, so there's still a pretty significant lead for CorSair, and I think they're not doing the team fights as well as they should. Malphite way out of position on that team fight.
Yeah.
A while back.
They still capitalized
them
though.
to get just pushed super hard. And then I think a little bit of overconfidence in SS and thinking they could win team fights, and went and pursued a little bit too long, and then they got jumped on.
I just want to make one quick comment on the wonderful ward coverage coming from CorSair. 12 wards being picked up by Perfume.
Yeah.
Shirelia's cooldown boots at Heart of Gold. That's all you need. That's all you need in life. Just everything else, just sheer wards. Went crazy on that dollar menu. Just pick up. That's a 12-pack. That's a 12-pack.
Yep, it is. A dozen wards. Yeah.
Dozen wards.
Yeah, they're gonna have really good coverage. And I have to actually, commend SS. They have quite a bit better ward coverage too. They've, of course, I think a lot of that comes out of the fact there was no oracles for a bit of time. But yeah, but they're gonna go in ward and clear some wards out.
Yep,
and,
oracles on both supports now. And there you go, the stun not going to be hitting the Soraka, who is conveniently protected by the Morgana. Nice timing on that, and going to go ahead and just clear, make the Baron pit a little bit safer place for everybody that's not on SS. And it looks like CorSair may be looking to grab engage on this Baron once again. They're getting in position. There's not as many wards in the area from SS as last time. So CorSair may have an easier time if they try to decide to just go ahead and rush it.
Yeah, really good job trying to clear those wards out, except there's that sneaky ward that's still in next to Baron.
Right inside the lip. You actually have to go in the pit.
Yeah.
If you have a ward placed inside. Well, this is a wonderful place to ward if you have to ward inside the pit, because you're not going to realize until you're actually in there. But now they know, but they're going to go in on Baron anyway. SS knows, and CorSair's going to break off. Nice positioning right there. You will not be able to see them until the last possible second if you go over an Iceman. Maybe disastrous right there. There's the ward. And there you go. He sees him right there. The Malphite ult, the Morgana ult may actually be able to get everyone. All the QSSs have been used already, and Artie will go ahead and get that kill onto the Iceman. The pull from Skarner down onto Kale. The Kale ult being used. How long will protect you for? Green Tea going down. Eternal going down. The Anivia will be egged
Three-pointer.
Three-pointer. The egg is going to be going down pretty easy here. And then Kale may very well be next. UDJ in chase. Shirelia's being popped. More slows, more everything. Trundle with the nice pillar, but still, though, that's a lost fight. That's 1 for 3.
Yeah, they don't have to engage. They can just go and push and
they're just going to push to win. Corsair's
yeah.
just going to push to win here, actually.
Yeah, so
it's going to be 20 seconds until Tarek comes back up. Anivia's got 50 seconds. There's no way.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Two of their 3 damage dealers are dead, and so this is going to be pretty rough. Kill. Not going to do as much damage as he needs to do, and they can just, with their tankiness, just take that turret damage and just do work.
The turret damage is minimal at this point. Only Tarek's going to be back up, and they should have plenty of time to actually win here. Chess-Sun is trying to get some damage. He's just being ignored. He's like, Urgot, pay attention to me. Okay. There you go. There's the death. I am Devil. Almost getting killed by the Kale. But right there, Albus just focusing down. There's the swap. Onto the Kale. Perfume almost going down. Shirley's being popped, but there you go. Skarner, Urgot focusing down to Nexus. Tarek does go down, but that is it. That is game. Corsair in group stage already 2-0. Fantastic work.
Very nice.
We got to go back.
Yeah, let's just
we got to go back
on tight, guys. We got to just
for
see
a
this
quick second because I want to go back to that one fight over near Baron. A little bit too far out there. Let me just go back just a little. No, that's where we started here. Just a tad. Just a little bit. Because this is just one fantastic fight, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot of things happen. And I want to keep an eye on Morgana and how that ultimate worked out, how they decided to split off and make it so she was going to do.
So there you go. So I Am Devil's actually the one being focused here. And Chesson with the turret tower, the pillar, there you go. He actually goes behind the pillar.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Swap from Urgot. Swapping with Ezreal, putting him out of position. QSS going down to try and get rid of the slow from Skarner. There's the Morgana ult. And there we go. Trundle almost immediately breaks away. Kale and Tarek actually getting away from that one.
Yeah, Morgana's really, didn't know what she was going to do in that fight, so she ran away and her ultimate didn't hit.
And so there you go. Ezreal being ulted by Kale, and they're 2v1ing Urgot like separately in this fight. And granted, he does have a Maw, and you also have the spell shield, coming in for Morgana as well. But again, physical damage. It doesn't prevent it.
Bind.
Wonderful. Wonderful bind from Morgana. And there you go. Artie, Devil Perfume, the only ones left. Iceman, he's waiting for a second to come back into the fight, wanting to, trying to find something. He's waiting for his stun to come back up. But unfortunately, Malphite does get the kill before then. And Artie being singled out, shut down, coming from Trundle. And there you go. All the damage, all the bursts coming in from Anivia.
Yeah. I mean, the key thing there, Anivia was alive that entire fight.
Yeah.
And got to do just full damage through all of her mana.
Yeah.
And did work.
Yep. I also want to take a quick look at this fight once again as well. Right at the Nexus, this one, where SS, they did pretty damn good for themselves here. So looking for the engage. There's the Anivia ult looking to clear the wave. And there's Urgot trying to do something. You should be seeing Devil actually go in, to try and start this fight. He's going to be a little bit separated off from everybody. But Urgot's there. He's poking. And there's the wonderful wall. Almost trapped Urgot on that one. So he's waiting for the engage. Urgot's still up in front with the shield. Trundle trying to make something happen with that pillar. There you go. Got the desecrated field there from Trundle. But Malphite, looking for his opportunity, actually looking to single out Ezreal, looking to just try and take him out of the fight straight out. So essentially, Corsairs, they're fighting like a weird 4v4 situation, and then SS recognizes, hey, there's Malphite. He's off kind of on his own, doing his own thing. Let's focus him down immediately, and they get it, and they can break away like that because everyone was preoccupied with Trundle. Then Corsair knows, okay, we're in a bad spot. We got to run. We got to get out of here.
It was a position where Corsair was now 4v5 and all their cooldowns are blown, so they had to get out.
Wonderful split coming from Trundle again. But this has just been fantastic.
Yeah,
crazy
really
good match.
Oh, such aggressive play.
Wonderful.
I really like that.
Well done.
In an era where we recently saw snowball meta where people are taking it slow and they ward a lot and they play really safe. It's
play really boring.
I didn't say boring. I said safe. Okay, the other day I said boring with that.
You said boring a lot.
Several times, yeah.
You said boring. You were so bored with that top lane, man.
Dude, that top lane was so boring. But yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see aggressive play. It's always fun to watch, especially Yeah, especially aggressive plays like with Urgot and Skarner. You know, some really cool ultimates that make for really interesting aggressive play.
Nice. So
Yeah.
we're gonna continue on with the rest of Group C, tomorrow and finish it off next week.
Yeah.
What do we got tonight?
Tonight is Dynamic, you know, infamous Dynamic with all the stuff that's been going on with Nintendo lately. I got
The old mono shirt.
Oh, this is the old mono shirt. So mono plays tomorrow, but it's Dynamic versus Unrestricted. So Unrestricted is
Nice.
kind of an up and coming team. They made it through the round of 32 already, you know, I think they could. I think they can compete with Dynamic. So
Well,
that's
we're gonna
tonight.
find out.
And then tomorrow we have Curse versus Mono Maniacs.
New mono.
New Mono.
Well,
with
mono
X-Hazard.
is 2 teams now.
Yeah, they have 2 teams, but it's their main team with X-Hazard and
Okay.
Patoy and Mashme. So
Nice.
should be pretty interesting. I'm excited to see it.
Should be pretty good. And
Yeah.
this is all of our afternoon stuff. It's qualifiers for the IPL Face-Off San Francisco Showdown.
Yeah, if
Which-
you guys can
yep.
come out, oh my gosh, it's going to be a blast. It's in San Francisco. It's at this giant theater, and we haven't seen like any major lands in the Bay Area yet. So
There you go. And if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, IGN.com/IPL, it's a big red button. Get your tickets now.
check it
You
out.
can't miss it.
Yeah,
If you do miss it, see an optometrist or get someone to actually try and buy the tickets for you, and then tell them that you'll pay them back and never pay them back.
that's dishonest.
That's hey, you do what you gotta
Dishonesty. But yeah, come to the event, hang out. We'll hang out with you.
do. Yeah, hell yeah.
And there's also be more interesting people to hang out with than just us, because we're not interesting at all. Well, I'm not.
I'm not either.
But Red Baron will be there. That guy's a
He-
bucket of laughs. And
Buddy's gonna be there.
Buddy will be there.
Yeah.
Some teams.
Some players. They're
Yeah.
they're okay. TSM.
TSM should be there for sure.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
come
that's gonna
out.
be-
If
yeah.
it's anything like IPL4, it's going to be the greatest esports event to date
Until IPL5.
until IPL5, which is going to
There you
blow
go.
everyone away.
It's gonna be
So,
awesome.
yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. I wish we could say stuff about it, but we
Me
can't.
too. Me too. I
But-
can say one thing.
It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen
It's gonna happen.
at some point.
There you go. We're going to be out in just a second, but before we do, as usual, the usual business. Keep up to date with everything we're doing here at the IGN Pro League at IGN Pro League on Facebook and Twitter, IPL LOL on Twitch and YouTube, and as always, send us your tops, send us your flops. We want your replays.
Yes.
IPL LOL replays at gmail.com. And until next time, I think we are good.
Sounds good.
It's been good casting with you.
It's been a pleasure. I get to check out now because Baron is back from vacation.
Yes, he
So
is.
It's been fun. And hopefully
Come back anytime.
I will come back. And I won't wear a shirt.
Ooh.
What?
What?
Okay.
Okay. Thank
See
you guys.
See ya.
Good night.